Bank Indonesia is set to make another crucial monetary policy decision this week. Analysts across the market are closely watching what could be the fourth consecutive rate adjustment. Here's what's happening and why it matters. The consensus is clear. 21 out of 28 economists surveyed expect a 25 basis point reduction, potentially bringing Indonesia's benchmark rate down to 4.50% from 4.75%. This isn't happening in a vacuum. Indonesia's inflation currently sits at 2.65%, comfortably within the central bank's target range of 1.5 to 3.5%. Economic growth exceeded expectations in the second quarter, but economists are flagging signs that domestic demand may be softening underneath the surface. This creates an interesting policy dilemma. Bank Indonesia faces a classic central banking trade-off: support economic growth through easier monetary conditions or prioritize currency stability. The Rupiah has recovered some ground recently through intervention, but remains roughly 3% weaker year-to-date. Experts note that policymakers appear willing to tolerate slightly more Rupiah weakness to support growth objectives. Real interbank rates have already declined, but analysts suggest there's still room for further easing. This decision carries additional weight given the broader policy environment. President Prabowo's administration has set ambitious growth targets of 8%, while economist forecasts cluster around 5% for 2025 through 2027. Some market observers are monitoring central bank independence, particularly following recent burden-sharing agreements and proposed legislative changes affecting oversight. The question isn't whether Indonesia wants growth, but how policymakers balance that objective against maintaining currency stability and policy credibility. The expected rate adjustment would also affect deposit and lending facility rates, creating ripple effects throughout Indonesia's financial system. For investors, businesses, and savers, understanding these monetary policy dynamics is essential for navigating Indonesian markets. LICAH Investment Academy continues monitoring these developments to help educate market participants on economic trends shaping Indonesia's financial landscape. Subscribe for more analysis on Indonesian markets and economic trends.